Hello again. Um, in this second video in our Chem 105 Basics series, I am going to discuss with you the ins and outs of our proficiency system and kind of what it looks like, how we do it, and how you can prepare for it. So to get started, we're going to go into Blackboard and we are going to under this start here area, which was the primary topic of the first video, we're going to this second area here where it's proficiency aids. And with the proficiency aids here, you can see that there are 10 folders here, one for each of the 10 proficiencies. Now, inside of each of the folders, there is a series of helping kinds of documents. So some things there's just as simple as this. So this is the elements list that you need. And so if I open up that list of elements, you can see that here's all the elements that you need to know. And so, obviously the first thing that you're going to kind of pick up on here is that the majority of the elements on this list are ones that you probably have some familiarity with already, just because they're kind of common. Notice also, though, that not every element on the periodic table is on this list. In fact, a good chunk of the transition metals and inner transition metals are not. So if you came from Chem 103, this is a longer list than the one that you had to memorize. But every element that you had to memorize in Chem 103 is on this list as well. So if you memorize that list in Chem 103, there are just a few others that you have to learn about for this semester. But if I move on from there, you can see that we have a uh, Quizlet that you can use. Um, so this is a Quizlet of all 51 of those elements in flashcard form. And this part's completely free. Um, if you sign up for an account, it unlocks some other things that you can do as well in terms of, playing games with these or doing anything other than just the flashcards themselves. Um, but you also have some other things here. One of my favorite websites for studying for chemistry is chemquiz.net. And the reason I love it is because all of these are free. They pull from a really large quiz bank, so you can get a lot of variety. And that usually is a good way to help you out in terms of studying and getting exposed to things where it's not just, the same 25 elements or the same 25 compounds over and over and over again. So from chemquiz.net, you go to the quizzes here, and you have in here quizzes over things like, laboratory equipment or measurements, density calculations. And so if you look in here closely, you'll see things like elements and isotopes. So I want to pull from that one. I want a 10 question quiz. And all I want is the element name and symbol. All this other stuff is irrelevant. So I'm just going to click the stuff I like, take out the stuff I don't like. Yeah, that looks pretty good. We're going to go fill in the blank because that's how our proficiencies are. They're not multiple choice, they're fill in the blank. And I'm going to do an interactive web page because I'm doing it myself here. Here it generates. I look at this. Okay, helium, that's He. Ra is radium. I is iodine. Barium is Ba. I can go through all of them. Now, unfortunately, this particular quiz doesn't always listen to you, gives you atomic number stuff even if you didn't ask for it. But the nice thing about it is I hit grade and it says, okay, yeah, you did this one right, you did this one right, you did those ones right. This one you didn't answer, well, it was chlorine. This one that you didn't answer, it was Ga. Um, and then I can get to the end here, and if I liked what I was doing, I can run it back. And here I now have a completely different quiz than what I just had. And then if I want to, I can go back to the main menu and maybe fix my toggles there, try to create something different. Now, you'll notice um, that there are a lot of these kinds of things in here. So if you look at that list of what the proficiencies are, so there's elements, ions, sig figs, balancing equations. If you go through this, here's nomenclature, here's balancing, identifying, and predicting chemical equations. So that's a couple of proficiencies right there. Here's stuff on, molar conversions and stoichiometry, stuff that's not, in the proficiencies, but still important. Redox reactions. So there's your oxidation numbers. Um, so if I just want to determine oxidizing numbers and oxidizing agents like this, I can pop out a quiz like this and it's going to give me, I can do exactly what I need to do. This is the kind of stuff I'm asked to do on that proficiency. So each one of these folders has that kind of information in it. Now, also in some of these are things like my nomenclature guides. So here's my nomenclature guide on how to learn the polyatomic ions and how to remember them. So information here, information on predicting charges, and then you get to the next one here, the list of the polyatomic ions, and you can see, okay, this is the list I need to know. Again, if you came from 103 or high school chemistry, chances are pretty good that you are familiar with some of these, but not all of these. So these are considered fundamental skills. So if you don't know them yet, you need to get familiar with them and do it as quickly as possible. The more diligent you are in this practice, the easier the succeeding proficiencies are going to be when we start getting to nomenclature. I also have links in here for some kind of best of YouTube videos. So Tyler DeWitt's kind of a YouTube chemistry legend. He's really, really good at just kind of breaking it down to its fundamentals. So I link him a number of different times here. But also in here are things like Chem Academy, Crash Course, Khan Academy. So um, a lot in there. Same thing with sig figs. Um, so you can get a lot of mileage out of this. Now, why is this important? The reason that this is important, the reason why it's 10% of your grade in the class is relatively simple. We need to make sure that before you move on to the next step, so for those of you that are going to go from Chem 105 to Chem 106, there are certain skills that are assumed in Chem 106 that you need to have learned here in Chem 105. And the reason for these proficiency quizzes is to give you an opportunity to show that you are proficient, that you can actually do those kind of fundamental skills. Now, if you do not pass all 10 of the proficiencies, that doesn't mean that you fail the course. But with the grade being 10% of your grade, if you don't pass a significant number of the proficiencies, you're basically hurting yourself by about a letter grade. Um, Now, if you only miss one or something like that, it's not going to be as big of an impact. But if you only pass elements and don't pass anything else after that, yeah, that's a drop of a letter grade. And if you're having that kind of difficulty, chances are pretty good that you needed that letter grade in the first place. The difference between a passing 68 and a not passing 61 could probably be attributed in a lot of ways to proficiencies. So, do they matter? Absolutely. They are a part of your grade. Now, the way that it works, I showed you the schedule in the syllabus video on on that day, whatever that day is. And so I think the first one for us is a week from Friday. So the Friday of the second week of classes. On that day, we're going to do the elements proficiency. Everybody in the class is going to take it. You're going to get 10 minutes. It's a form with 10 elements on it, five symbols, five names. For the names, you give me the symbols. For the symbols, you give me the name. Yes, spelling matters. But if you pass it, and passing is 7 out of 10, if you pass it, you're going to get full credit, 100% for that proficiency. If you don't pass it, no big deal. Take it again over in the learning lab, take it again in your next laboratory, come to my office hours and take it. Take it until you pass it. Any passing attempt after the first attempt is still worth 80%. So you have 10 proficiencies that are worth 10 points each. If you pass all 10 of the proficiencies, even if you pass all of them on your second or third or 32nd attempt, you're still going to get 80% of the points. If you don't pass one of them at all, obviously that goes in as a zero. And like I mentioned in the syllabus video, there are deadlines associated with each one. So for the first three, the three most fundamental proficiencies, the most fundamental skills, you've got to complete those by midterms. The next three is mid-April. So I think it's the Friday after Easter. And then the last one is the last Friday of class. And those are the most difficult ones. But like I mentioned in the syllabus video, the the most difficult skills, even those, we're going to cover by midterm. So between midterm and the end of the semester, that 8 weeks, you've got to figure out those last three. And they're not that difficult. They're they're difficult, mainly because you haven't seen them before. But they're not that difficult that it would be a major hindrance to you passing the course if you didn't know it. You should know it. You should be able to figure out between what we do in your lecture and what we do in your lab. You should be able to figure it out. But you've had 8 weeks to kind of get your head around it if things just kind of are coming a little bit slower to you. And if they are, that's perfectly fine. One of the mentalities I often profess to my students is, leave each day knowing a little bit more than you did before you came in. And this is true in the classroom as well. By the end of, so we're coming to class on Monday. By Friday, you should know more about chemistry than you did on Monday. And you got to keep building on it. So anyway, if you have any questions about proficiencies, feel free to reach out to me, email or remind, chat, messenger, whatever makes the most sense to you. But until then, I will see you in our next class. Have a good day.